All right, guys. Hey, we just finished day 4. We stayed on first down installation all week last week. We took our time. Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday was dedicated to first down. Today we put in third down for the first time. We wanted to keep it simple on both sides of the football. I thought our coaches did a tremendous job. We wanted to challenge the defensive line to get a great four-man rush, to challenge the offensive line to protect and win the one-on-ones. I thought the offensive line did a tremendous job today in the first period of team pass, and in the second period of team pass, the defensive line started running some stunts, did some good things. Our quarterback scrambled very well, did a good job. It was a very physical practice, outstanding attitude of our football team. We have some older guys, obviously, that have been around, coming back, and are leading the football team. I think our coaches are doing a tremendous job with energy. Things seem to be flowing very good right now.
Hey, Ed, you shared a cool story this morning on the radio about the running backs and your scrimmage. If you could recount that with us,
Yeah.
just kind of go over it. And then, what did you learn about your team in this first week that
Yeah.
maybe you didn't already know?
Yeah, very close. Next man up, unselfish. We was in a team run scrimmage, and Tyron Davis went out at the beginning of practice. John was in a gold shirt, so he couldn't scrimmage. Josh Williams got hurt. We're down to one running back. He had 39 carries. He needed a break. They said they don't have enough running backs. We had 4 plays left for team run. I said, we need to put somebody in there. And the wide receivers, John Trey Kirkland, Corey Moore, Trey Palmer, they all went in there. We ran the toss with them. They did it pretty well. And I stopped the team. I said, that was a teachable moment. Hey, we're on the football field. We got to go. Next man up. You never can tell what time's going to come. But it showed me a lot of unselfishness. I think our team's more together this year. I think our coaching staff is together. We have some very talented quarterbacks. All 4 of them are doing very well right now. On the offensive side, we're doing very well on the offensive line. Our receivers are catching the ball well. We just got to find some running backs. They're hurt right now, so we don't have an identity right there. I know we're going to get it, though.
Hey, I had a couple of questions. One, so Ty Davis Price, like, you went out at the beginning of the scrimmage on Saturday. What happened with him? And then, second of all, you talked about your quarterback room. What else have you learned from them this week?
Yeah.
Max still in the field right now.
Yeah, Ty just got a regular little injury. That's all. But nothing. Just couldn't practice. The quarterbacks are competing very well. All 3 guys returning, doing very well. Garrett Nussmeier continues to impress. He makes plays with his feet. He's very accurate. Got a strong arm, and he's fearless back there. So all of them are competing right now. All of them are getting equal reps. We only practice 4 times. This is going to be an ongoing thing. We got to let it go throughout camp. But all guys are doing well right now.
The meeting. Coach, this is Josh Sibley with Louisiana Gridiron Football. You talked about the team is more together this year. Andre Anthony talked about communication last week being a big factor in mistakes with the defense last year.
Yeah.
Can you see more of a difference from last year to this year?
Yeah. I'm going to be careful what I say about last year to this year, because last year I said something to come back to bite me, so I'm going to be very guarded in what I say. All right, but I do see a difference. I see our guys with their cleats in the grass. I see communication being better. I see the defense simpler. I see our guys attacking and playing football. But I'm going to hold judgment to the season. Lesson learned.
Hey, Ed,
Hey.
Are you, aside from quarterback, are there a couple of position battles that you're keen to figure out this spring, and if so, what are they?
Yeah, we're looking at the linebacker position. Bugs is doing a great job. Damone is doing a great job. And we still have Mike Jones, our graduate transfer that hadn't practiced yet. We got some new guys coming in. The safety position is wide open. Obviously, with Derek Stingley and Eli Ricks, I think we got 2 of the best corners in America. That when Eli comes back, he's going to be very healthy, so we're going to be strong in there. We may move a corner to safety. Maybe Jay Ward may move out there. The nickel position with Cordell Flott is pretty solid. That doesn't say that nothing can move there. I can see a guy like Mason Smith moving up. He had a great practice today, becoming a starter in the rotation. We have 6, 7, 8 defensive linemen that can play, which we need that. Offensive line is pretty solid right now. We got to find a tight end. They blocked better today, but we're still not where we need to be at tight end. I think that you look at a guy like Evan Francione. He came on today. He's having a great spring. We need to find some guys that are going to catch the football and make plays. Obviously, we got Butte. Obviously, we got Palmer who's growing up. We got Jeray Jenkins. We got some young guys coming in. So, we got to develop the wide receiver, the running back position, linebacker position, the safety position.
Hey, Coach, this is Glenn West here. And you mentioned Mason Smith just now, but I wanted to ask about a couple other early enrollee freshmen who might be asked, to step up early on, and Deion Smith and Derek Davis. Those are two positions that seem pretty wide open right now. I'm curious as to what kind of push those guys have made and what they've shown in the first couple of
we asked Derek to move if he wanted to move the running back. He's a great running back, and we thin a running back. So he played a little running back today. And I think he decided he might want to move back to safety. I need to talk to him. He can play both of those only his first day. Deion Smith, I think he's going to be an excellent receiver, but Deion's coming off of an injury. He's not full speed right now. Hadn't practiced yet, but I think those guys are going to make a difference.
Hey, Coach, it's been about an official week now since you've gotten to see this team on the field during camp. Bringing all the new faces into the coaching staff, how has the culture already changed a bit on the field compared to last year?
I see our guys happy, wanting to be at LSU, coming out, early. And, I get to work at 6. The parking lot is full already, I leave at 9 o'clock. Some guys are still working. Guys are coming in early. You got some young coordinators that want to prove themselves, that are very hungry, that are very detailed, working very hard. Yes, sir, no, sir. They're doing a great job of organizing the staff. You got a lot of guys that want to be here, so that makes a difference. You got a veteran team coming back, so they're together. They have energy. They know what to expect in practice. They know how tough it's going to be. They invite it. The expectations for this team are very high, and they need to be. But we need to answer that on a daily basis by the way we practice the LSU standard performance. I can already see a difference in this team as far as execution and practice-wise opposed to last year. And that doesn't mean nothing. I'm not saying that they're better or nothing like that, but I just say that we're practicing better with more energy.
And obviously the entire offensive line's back, but are those starters relatively locked in, or are there some spots you'd still like to see some improvement?
Everything's locked in, but everything is etched in sand, but I don't, somebody's got to really, really shine. Now, Anthony Bradford, if he gets it going and gets in shape, could be a guy that can factor in as a potential starter. The other guys are making progress, but they're not there yet.
Two questions. One kind of general. If you had a whiteboard and you were like, "This is what I want to accomplish this spring," was there one or two that really stood out to you? And then, secondly, how did you approach the quarterback battle? Did you sit them down and say, "Look, we're not going to decide it in the spring. We're going to do it in the fall and figure it out"? How did that go?
Well, first of all, we want to accomplish physical toughness. We want to get back to playing the LSU style of football on defense. Eliminate explosive plays. But I told the coaches, man, it's how you talk to the team. And it's not exactly what we do, it's how we do it, how you present it to the team, or you clear it to the team. Do they understand what we expect? Take our time. We're not putting a lot in. We got 2 defenses in. The first week we put in 2 defenses, one base defense and one blitz, and we ran it the whole week. On offense, we want to establish the spread offense again. We want to put the ball in our playmakers' hands in space and let them make plays. And, I challenge the offensive line. And we got to have a 5-man protection. We're not keeping a tight end in. We're not keeping a back. I want to get 5 guys out and let them roll. If we need to, we will, but we got to win on one-on-ones. Challenge the defensive line, the defense to be in great condition. I don't think we've been in great condition. We're not in great football shape like we want to be, and be in the best position we can possible.
Hey, Coach, Shea Dixon here. Talking about the safety spot, Todd Harris has been around the program a long time, played a lot early on, obviously was injured last year. What's the goal for him this spring as kind of the vet in that room?
Leadership. Make the calls back there, come up and make plays when he needs to, play the post when he needs to, hit the ground running. He has, and he's going to have to train some young guys. He's got to be on the field probably with a freshman, or a redshirt freshman. And he's got to make the calls and maybe get them lined up. They'll be nervous their first time, but that's the way it is. We had the number 1 safety in the recruiting class, as you well know, Shays Ryan. The number 3 recruiting class, Derek Davis. That's a position that you can come in and start. I feel confident about that.
that you've learned a lot. I mean, just having spring this year is probably helping a lot of this, but during the season with the defense, there are things that you were trying to implement and change.
Yeah.
You know, just on the evaluation of a defense and making sure that
Yeah.
you're understanding things, what have you learned from, you know, the past year to know that what you're seeing is getting
Yeah. Well, I need to know. I know that I've coached defense for 40 years, and last year I kind of stood out of it. This year I'm not. If I see something I don't like, we're not doing it. I'm very hands-on. I don't need to be. Durante is very capable. He knows the back seven. He knows the front seven. He's an excellent coach. But you know what? It's my responsibility, and I'm not letting it go. If there's something our players cannot perform, we're not doing it. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep our cleats in the grass, and I want to play good fundamental defense. And Saturday, the defense got the upper hand. They played very well on defense, and they're doing exactly what we want to do. We had very few missed tackles. We had very few explosive plays. I think we only had 7 in the big scrimmage as opposed to 16 on Thursday. So we'll eliminate explosive plays, eliminate minimal errors, and not let people wide open down the field.
Hey, Coach, you mentioned there's a couple of guys missing, maybe with Baskerville out at linebacker, and that was out in secondary with the injury. Who was that maybe opened the door, or maybe some guys we haven't heard from that you're looking at right now?
Yeah, you're looking at Bugs. Bugs Strong. He was the best junior college linebacker in our opinion. He had some big hips, man. He's a tough hitter, a hard-nosed football player. Then we're looking at Mike Jones. Mike Jones is going to come in the summer with a chance to start at that open position. We've got some young linebackers coming. Cordell Flott and Jay Ward's doing a great job at corner, and so is Dwight McLaughlin. Those guys are growing, so they're gaining reps. Jay Ward's a guy that you may see move to safety. Cordell would probably be our nickel. Jay Ward would be one of the safeties, and Eli would be one of the corners. That combination could happen.
All right, Coach, last question. I'll ask a long one if you want to take another drink and give you something. I don't know you very well. I mean, not very long at least, but it seems every time that you guys have had a setback or a loss or a problem, you've done a good job of learning from it. How much did you identify that in this offseason?
Sure.
The personal growth, I guess, that you kind of realized to come back and say, these are my weaknesses and I need to make them strengths.
Yeah, first of all, I think we did a great job at hiring the coaches and doing a great job of interviewing them. I hired some coaches I didn't even interview from the last staff, and I'm never doing that again. I interviewed everybody. We didn't get the first, second. I'll tell you what, we got them on offense. I'm happy with them. I talked to Joe about them. I interviewed them. I told them exactly what I want. They have the answers. They're very smart. I couldn't be more pleased with them. Durante was like the 4th or 5th choice. Well, so was I. Who cares? He's here. He's doing a tremendous job. Andre Carter, I'm so excited about him. And D-line coach Blake is doing a tremendous job. And DJ and Jake are doing a great job. So I'm very pleased with our offense and very pleased with our defense. And, obviously, Coach Mack, I like him. I trust our staff. I said to myself, I'm not going to let things slip by, not one thing. I'm identified, and I told the coaches, and they might think nothing's good enough, but I'm going to be hands-on. I'm watching every piece of film. I'm marking it down just like I did in the years before. They're going to have to explain to me what are we doing. I almost cussed there. What are we doing, how are we doing it, and why are we doing it? And they understand that. They say, yes, sir. I got a staff that's going to listen. We got a veteran team coming back. We got 33 guys that have started opposed to the year before. So there's a lot of differences this year. That doesn't mean it's going to make a difference, but I expect to have a good team this year. That's it. Yes, see you guys later. Go Tigers.